Politics. In an interview yesterday, Hillary Clinton took on some lingering questions about her email habits as Secretary of State. She was defiant about how low her poll numbers are when it comes to trustworthiness.
Well, I think when you are subjected to the kind of constant barrage of attacks that are largely fomented by and coming from the right.
But do you bear any responsibility for it?
Well, I can only tell you that I was elected twice in New York against the same kind of onslaught. I was confirmed and served as Secretary of State. This has been a theme that has been used against me and my husband for many, many years. You know, people write books filled with unsubstantiated attacks against us and even admit they have no evidence.
Would you vote for someone that you don't trust?
Well, people should and do trust me, and I have every confidence that that will be the outcome of this election. Everything I did was permitted by law and regulation. I had one device. When I mailed anybody in the government, it would go into the government system. Now, I didn't have to turn over anything. I chose to turn over 55,000 pages. And now I think it's kind of fun. People get a real-time, behind-the-scenes look at, you know, what I was emailing about and what I was communicating about. This is being blown up with no basis in law or in fact. That's fine. I get it. This is being, in effect, used by the Republicans in the Congress. Okay. But I want people to understand what the truth is. And the truth is, everything I did was permitted.
I've always said I like Hillary, but if it would take 3 hours to unwind everything she said there and point out what's just not true. I mean, it's not true that everything she did was acceptable under regulations. It's not true that she only had one device, and you could go down the list. I guess I'm going to have to listen to it again and write it down again. She said it well. She seemed to be very confident when she was saying it, but what she was it's not true. The question is, at this point, though, do people care? And Mike, when she says, oh, these are the right-wing attacks, it sounds a lot like 1999, this vast right-wing conspiracy against Bill and me. It's the New York Times they were lashing out at. It was a Washington Post they were lashing out at. It wasn't Breitbart or Drudge that were breaking these stories. It was New York Times reporters that drove these stories.
Well, a couple of things popped out, at least at me, watching that interview. One is that there is still a lot of rust on this political vehicle, Hillary Clinton's candidacy. She's still in the spring training phase, I think, of getting her message out. The other element is the difference, and we're used to hearing and seeing her husband, who's been with us forever on the political stage. He is fearless on the stage. Fearless. She is fearful. Her eyes just seem frightened at every word that she says. She's weighing and measuring every word that comes out of her mouth. Now, it's understandable because she is right about the onslaught of criticism over the most picayune things involving the Clintons, but not a great moment yesterday.
And I don't know